called the Sloth Path. It's very difficult to pronounce. So we have this walkway that goes parallel to the ocean and parallel to the main street that is behind on the other side of Puert Viejo. So here you can make the decision to go either right, to go to Playa Cocles, or you go left. That's where you get into town. So today I want to take you to Playa Cocles. One of the problems walking down this path and filming at the same time is that it's a little bit choppy because I have to look down at my feet because there are like branches or roots or so that you stumble over. So this is probably not the smoothest thing that you've ever watched. So the ground here is like hard. It's compacted sand, and as I said, there are lots of roots and things that you stumble over. So I'm just going to keep walking, and then I'm going to turn off the camera, because if I just walk the entire path with you, you'll definitely get bored. So you can, here's another swimming hole, and you can see there that there are people who know about this swimming hole. And on the other side, there are a bunch of smallish hotels. This one here is Hotel Casa Vito, which is closed right now. And it's just very relaxing here. You know, there are no big hotels, just mainly hotels and small hotels, hostels, private houses and restaurants. And this one here, the further south you go, the less civilization there is, until you come to Playa Cocles. But here I'm just keep going. See, it's not much traffic here right now. And I'm going to take you to the Mirador, the lookout. So I have walked this path, I don't know, maybe 30 times so far, and you can find wildlife here. I have seen a couple of sloths so far, and I have seen some monkeys. But the problem is that, you know, in order to find them, you have to kind of walk and look up, and they're up there somewhere. So if you don't know that something is there and you would be fasting upwards, you would definitely fall on your nose with the way this path is laid out. So if you're lucky, see, I just stumbled. If you're lucky, you're going to come across somebody who's looking up and not just trying to fool you, but is looking up because they found something. But chances of that happening are relatively slow. One thing that is a lot of fun on this path is looking at the plant life. Look at the, I don't know what this is, like a rhododendron or something growing up the tree. Oh my god, this is so pretty. See here, you don't find a lot of flowers this time of the year. Look at how it's winding. Oh, and there's one of my favorite things. I have to go really, really close. Let's see, one second, I have to walk around and find the right spot here for filming this. So here you see a highway for the leaf cutter ants, and this is just ever so fascinating how how these guys are transporting leaves. And you will see here that the leaves go downhill, and then the ants that have nothing to carry, they go up, probably to carry more, to find more leaves. And I did a little bit of research on these. So they go into the ant hill, and then they get chewed up and pooped on, and that creates their food. So these guys are everywhere, and I could just watch them forever, but I'm not going to make you watch them forever. So here's a little sign along the path that tells you how long it will take for nature to take back what we throw into it. So there's like paper, 1 to 2 years, glass is 4,000 years, you know, so if we throw our beets out here, it's 4,000 years, aluminum 12 years, one bottle of plastic 1,000 years, and cigarette butts 1 to 10 years. So don't throw anything out here. Very good idea. And I have to say that I have found very, very little garbage along the way here. Definitely different from our freeway in Washington State. So I think the people in Costa Rica are quite aware of nature and how to keep it clean. So I moved again from the path down to the beach because I wanted to show you my personal favorite view when you come to the water. And that's that little island down there. I haven't found out yet what that island is called, but this is something I could imagine like a Chinese ink painting or so. Really, really pretty. And here in the center of the screen, this is where the lookout is that I'm going to take you now. So we're moving a little bit away from the sea here, and you can see that the vegetation has changed quite a bit. And if you turn to the right here, I'm not sure you can see that there's a car going through. So that's where the main street is. So we're really, really close to the main street, and still you feel like you're in the middle of the jungle. So in order to get to the lookout, we gotta work our way through the greenery here, and I don't know whether this will show up on the screen. There's a big fat spider here. That's pretty cool. So I don't want to get too close and get hung up in the spider web and pull it with me. So here's one, and you have to be pretty careful here. And you can kind of see, now you probably can't see this, but here's another whole, like a triptych of spider webs. Let's see, there's a little spider here. I have no idea whether you can see this, but there are the spider webs everywhere. And here's like the super big one. And oh, there's one too, it's even bigger. Ooh, this one just moved really quickly, so I have to be careful not to get tangled in the spider web. I have no idea whether these are poisonous or not. Oh, there's like a whole highway of spider. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Ew, feels like a little bit of a Stephen King movie here. They're just gonna attack me. I better get out of here. Okay, so I just climbed up the little mountain to the lookout. I didn't film that because there were roots everywhere. So it's a little windy out here. I'm not sure you can hear that in the sound. Oh, and I love this spot. I better see where I'm going here, because there's a little path that goes down there from my feet down here, and this is really spectacular. I don't know whether you can hear this, but this is amazing whoosh sound. Okay, I'm pretty close. Oh, just imagine you would fall in the water there. Not a good idea. So once I can peel myself away from this amazing spot here, we are going over there. This here is Playa Cocles. This is where a lot of the surfers go.